Good afternoon. This is a quick commentary on the President's speech to Parliament last week. I was very impressed with the reduction of deficit from 8.5% to 5.7%, which is attributed to the progress made on revenue mobilization, domestic revenue mobilization, which means the government is collecting more money domestically from taxes, revenues, fines, as opposed to taking on debt. That's a very positive sign. Now, there is complaints in the economy with the word the ground dry, which means there's not enough money circulating. However, the government has put together an $8.7 billion national development plan. Now, the international community is looking favorably on providing such funds for the government's national development plan over the next 4 years, I hope, because he's already served 1 year. Now, before the government can start accessing funds like this, there has to be governance in place, a framework to govern and ensure that funds that come in, either through grants or low-cost loans, are not wasted or do not fall victim to abuse and corruption. So after 1 year, I think there should be an emphasis, or at least the plan should be in place, to govern the disbursement and use of such funds. $8.7 billion is a lot of money. But for the sectors of the economy that we have to invest in, especially for human capital development, that kind of fund will not even go that far. Because if you take into account the mining sector, if we have to then train people to use some of the most innovative mining tools, processes, and markets, that takes time and money, because you have to invest at the tertiary level and then at the university level. If you take that and replicate that across every industry in the country, not only do you have to innovate and spend money on innovation, but you have to train people from primary school, secondary school, and university level. So $8.7 billion can be used up within 4 years. However, we need to ensure that when monies like that are committed by the international community, our funding partners, and the private sector, that we have the mechanism in place to audit and ensure those funds are used properly. So this is why there is little money in circulation. But I believe that is going to change, because now the government has spent 1 year in office, and as these projects start getting approved, funds like that will be available in the economy, and people will start feeling and accessing some of those funds. So overall, first year is definitely an A+. Great progress on the deficit reduction, great progress on controlling expenditures. Now, if we have the next step, which is solid plans and ones that can be implemented on top of a governance program that will ensure that funds are used judiciously and properly, I think Sierra Leone is on its way to creating the true paradise that we all envision. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and we look forward to the second year of governance of the New Direction agenda. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for a wonderful job.